Coming up, the fight against opioid abuse is put front and center in the Commonwealth. And U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is facing some opposition after embracing votes from Democrats to avoid a government shutdown.
Plus, temperatures stay above average for now, but some chilly air is on the way. Your full forecast coming up as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
More than 30 organizations were handed hundreds of thousands of dollars today to go towards opioid treatment, recovery, and prevention programs. The Attorney General's office announcing the grants at the Capitol. For the last several years, the Commonwealth has battled an unprecedented rise in addiction-related issues due to the ongoing drug crisis. The AG's office secured more than $800 million from the companies responsible for their role in the drug epidemic.
With a commitment to be accountable, available, and transparent for the way in which this money is going to be delivered, with an emphasis on grassroots, community-based organizations that have done heroic work for a long time with meager resources. And we are immensely proud, along with our other commission members who are here today, to count y'all as partners in keeping that commitment to our fellow Kentuckians.
In the last 3 years, we have lost more than 7,600 Kentuckians to an overdose. The city of Prestonsburg is working with the Floyd County Health Department to increase access and save lives. Several opioid rescue kits have been installed in the city, hoping to keep Narcan ready and available for anyone in need. The kits include boxes of Narcan, an informational sheet on how to administer the nasal spray, and a graphic with potential signs of an overdose.
Floyd County ranks 3rd in overdose rates in the state of Kentucky. So there's been a huge initiative for harm reduction in regards to naloxone to save lives.
There are also boxes spread around the county. Hear more about their locations and the initiative coming up tonight at 6. An out-of-state faith-based nonprofit is working to build a new subdivision in Breathitt County. Samaritans, based in North Carolina, is in the process of building 14 houses for flood survivors. Volunteers and subcontractors are at work constructing these homes, which are located in Jackson. Mayor Laura Thomas says the project is beneficial for the entire community.
I'm just so excited. They have spent a lot of money. I mean, they're going to have millions invested up here. By the time you count the road, they've built a beautiful road up the mountain. And by the time they get the 14 houses built, it's going to be an awesome investment for our community.
The homes will go to flood survivors that had already applied through Samaritan's Purse. We'll have more on the project and its impact later tonight.
Dry and sunny weather will continue across the mountains into your Monday evening. Let's take a live look across the region right now from the London Corbin Airport to Pikeville to Buffalo Mountain. Nothing but sunshine and blue sky across the mountains today. Some very nice weather does continue, but we are mild for this time of year. We should be near 74 right now. Most of us in the lower 80s. 82 for Jackson, also Manchester. 83 for Prestonsburg, also Irvin and Monticello, and up to 84 over in Harlan County at this hour. But if you have any plans for dinner outdoors this evening, some awesome weather is on the way. We stay dry, also mainly clear. Those temperatures a little bit mild in the middle to upper 70s, but overall not too bad as some more warm weather does continue into your Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the big story in the short term. We stay warm and dry, but we are giving you that first alert for our next rain chance by Friday, and then some cooler weather for this weekend. We could be about 40 degrees cooler from now to Sunday morning. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, a fall feel coming. Thank you, Cameron. Well, Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz did not move forward today with his effort to oust House Speaker Kevin McCarthy from his speakership. Gaetz said McCarthy owes him answers, and depending on his response, there, quote, may be other votes coming today or this week. Gaetz is a frequent critic of McCarthy and has been pushing to oust the speaker by using the congressional mechanism to vacate the chair.
If this does fail, will you bring this up again?
Yeah. How often? Like every day? What's your, I mean, this would, you know, do you think that you could win this vote eventually, and you're going to keep doing it until you think that you have the votes.
Well, like I've said, it took Speaker McCarthy 15 votes to become the Speaker. So until I get to 14 or 15, I don't think I'm being any more dilatory than he was.
Conservatives have threatened to oust McCarthy for relying on Democratic votes for some major legislation. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the Biden administration is confident another aid package for Ukraine will make it through Congress's long-term spending bill. Ukraine's president has warned that without American help, the country could be defeated by Russia. CBS's Rami Inocencio is in eastern Ukraine with more.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky avoided the subject of American politics and the billions of dollars in funding his country did not get. Instead, honoring Ukraine's war dead on the newly introduced Defenders Day on October 1st.
Slava Ukraini!
Barely more than a week ago, Zelensky faced Congress in person, said Ukraine is winning, but needs more aid to avoid Russian defeat. President Biden had requested an additional $24 billion to shore up Ukraine's defenses with more artillery, fighter jets, and new Abrams tanks, some of which have only recently arrived. On Sunday, traffic on Kyiv's Maidan, Independence Square, came to a standstill for 1 minute of silence. With Ukraine's counteroffensive slowly progressing, more soldiers are dying each day. In Washington, President Biden pushed Congress to get Ukraine aid back on track.
Look at me. We're going to get it done.
And Ukraine's Ministry of Foreign Affairs says that American support is both steadfast and bipartisan. In 45 days, when the next U.S. budget needs to be passed, we'll find out whether that is more wishful thinking. Rami Inocencio, CBS News, Eastern Ukraine.
Coming up on First at 4, Powerball players get another shot at a jackpot of more than $1 billion tonight.
And we stay dry this evening, all thanks to high pressure, but rain chances on the way later on this week. Those details coming up.